The legend of Atlantis has captivated the imaginations of philosophers, explorers, and storytellers for over 2 millennia. First described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Atlantis was said to be an advanced and prosperous civilization that sank beneath the waves in a single day and night of catastrophe. Was it a real place lost to history, a cautionary tale, or simply a myth born from Plato's creativity? In this deep dive into the mystery of Atlantis, we'll explore its origins, historical interpretations, and the scientific efforts to uncover its secrets. Prepare to journey through the ages and decide for yourself whether Atlantis is fact, fiction, or something in between. Plato's Atlantis, a utopian dream or historical account? The story of Atlantis originates from Plato's dialogues, written around 360 BCE. According to Plato, Atlantis was an island empire situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules, often identified as the Strait of Gibraltar. It was a utopia of advanced architecture, governance, and technology, but fell into moral decay, leading to its destruction by the gods. Critics argue that Atlantis was purely a philosophical allegory, a metaphor for the hubris of civilizations and their inevitable downfall. Supporters, however, believe Plato might have based his account on real historical events or oral traditions passed down through generations. The mix of vivid details and moral lessons has kept the debate alive for centuries. Geological evidence. Could Atlantis have existed? From ancient volcanic eruptions to shifting tectonic plates, natural phenomena could explain the sudden disappearance of a once thriving civilization. The eruption of Thera, modern-day Santorini, around 1600 BCE, is often cited as a potential inspiration for the Atlantis myth. This catastrophic event decimated the Minoan civilization and left traces of destruction across the Mediterranean. Geologists also point to submerged land masses like the Doggerland in the North Sea or regions near the Azores as possible locations for Atlantis. While no definitive evidence has been found, these discoveries highlight the possibility that Atlantis could have been based on real geological events. The search for Atlantis. Expeditions and theories. Over the years, explorers and researchers have scoured the globe in search of Atlantis, proposing locations from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean. In the 20th century, adventurer Ignatius Donnelly popularized the idea that Atlantis was a precursor to all advanced civilizations, influencing cultures from Egypt to the Americas. Modern technology, such as underwater mapping and satellite imagery, has revealed intriguing findings like submerged structures off the coasts of Spain and the Bahamas. While none have been definitively linked to Atlantis, these discoveries fuel ongoing curiosity and exploration. Cultural interpretations. Atlantis. Through the ages, Atlantis has transcended its origins to become a cultural phenomenon. Renaissance scholars viewed it as a lost pinnacle of knowledge, while 19th and 20th century writers romanticized it as a paradise of technological and spiritual advancement. In modern pop culture, Atlantis has been reimagined in books, movies, and games as everything from a sci-fi utopia to a magical underwater kingdom. This enduring fascination speaks to the universal allure of lost civilizations and humanity's longing to rediscover forgotten greatness. The critic's perspective. Dismissing the myth. Many historians and archaeologists dismiss the story of Atlantis as pure fiction. They argue that Plato's account lacks corroboration from other ancient sources, making it more likely to be a philosophical allegory than a historical record. Skeptics also point out the lack of archaeological evidence supporting the existence of a technologically advanced society predating known ancient civilizations. To them, Atlantis represents humanity's penchant for creating myths to explain the unknown, rather than a real place lost to history. The case for Atlantis. Could it be real? Despite skepticism, some researchers remain convinced of Atlantis' existence. They argue that Plato's account contains kernels of truth, potentially based on oral histories of real catastrophic events. The advanced nature of Atlantean society could reflect ancient knowledge lost to time, preserved in legend. Atlantis and advanced technology, a lost golden age? One of the most intriguing aspects of the Atlantis legend is its depiction of advanced technology. Plato described complex irrigation systems, impressive architecture, and naval power, all of which seemed far ahead of his time. Some theorists speculate that Atlantis could have been an ancient society with knowledge that rivaled or surpassed our own. While these claims often veer into pseudoscience, they reflect a deep human desire to believe in a lost golden age, where humanity's potential reached extraordinary heights. Atlantis and modern science, uncovering clues. Underwater. Advancements in marine archaeology have opened new possibilities for locating Atlantis. Techniques like sonar scanning and underwater excavation have uncovered submerged ruins worldwide, though none have been definitively linked to the Lost City. One promising site is the Rishat structure in Mauritania, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. Its circular formations resemble Plato's description of Atlantis's layout, sparking debate among researchers. While definitive proof remains elusive, these discoveries keep the search for Atlantis alive in scientific circles. Lessons from Atlantis, a warning for modern times. Beyond the allure of its mystery, Atlantis carries a cautionary message that resonates today. Plato's tale warns of the dangers of hubris, greed, and moral decay, traits that led to the downfall of a once great civilization. In a world facing climate change, political instability, and technological upheaval, Atlantis serves as a reminder of humanity's fragility. Whether real or fictional, its story challenges us to reflect on the values and choices that shape our societies. The Atlantis-Minoan connection. A civilization lost to catastrophe? One of the most compelling theories ties Atlantis to the ancient Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. The Minoans thrived between 2000 and 1450 BCE, creating a sophisticated society with advanced architecture, art, and trade networks. However, their decline was sudden, attributed to the volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. This catastrophic event caused massive tsunamis and widespread destruction, eerily reminiscent of Plato's description of Atlantis' demise. Archaeological evidence from Akrotiri, a Minoan settlement buried under volcanic ash, reveals a vibrant, advanced society frozen in time. The site showcases multi-story buildings, frescoes, and intricate plumbing systems, aligning with Plato's depiction of Atlantean prosperity. The Minoan link offers a plausible historical parallel, suggesting Plato could have drawn inspiration from this real-world disaster. However, skeptics argue that while the Minoans were advanced, they lacked the maritime empire and global influence attributed to Atlantis. While the theory doesn't conclusively prove Atlantis existed, it highlights how real events and civilizations might inspire enduring myths. The influence of Atlantis on ancient mysticism. Atlantis' legacy extends beyond history and science into the realms of mysticism and spirituality. For centuries, esoteric traditions have revered Atlantis as a source of ancient wisdom. Thinkers like Helena Blavatsky and Edgar Cayce described Atlantis as a civilization with advanced spiritual practices and technologies, positioning it as a lost utopia that influenced human evolution. These accounts often blend myth with mysticism, suggesting Atlanteans possessed psychic abilities, crystal technology, or knowledge of universal laws. While these claims lack scientific backing, they highlight the profound impact Atlantis has had on shaping spiritual ideologies. Many New Age movements continue to reference Atlantis as a symbol of enlightenment and the potential of human consciousness. Critics dismiss these interpretations as speculative, yet they illustrate the cultural and spiritual power of Atlantis. Whether seen as a literal place or a metaphor for human potential, Atlantis inspires individuals to explore the mysteries of existence and humanity's place in the cosmos. The business of Atlantis: how the myth became a global industry. In modern times, Atlantis has transformed into a lucrative industry. From books and documentaries to movies and video games, the legend has fueled countless creative ventures. Blockbuster films like Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and TV shows such as Ancient Aliens have kept the myth alive, making it a staple of popular culture. Beyond entertainment, Atlantis has inspired tourism and exploration. Sites like Santorini and the Bahamas market themselves as potential Atlantean locations, drawing visitors eager to connect with the legend. Even luxury resorts like the Atlantis in the Bahamas and Dubai capitalize on the mystique, offering experiences themed around the Lost City. While some argue that commercialization dilutes the historical and philosophical significance of Atlantis, others see it as a testament to its enduring appeal. The myth's ability to adapt and thrive in modern culture ensures that Atlantis will remain a topic of fascination for generations to come. Conclusion: myth, reality, or something in between. The story of Atlantis continues to inspire debate, exploration, and imagination. Whether a philosophical parable, a historical memory, or a blend of both, Atlantis endures as a symbol of lost knowledge and human potential. What do you believe? Is Atlantis a mere myth, or could it hold clues to a forgotten chapter of human history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating deep dives into history's greatest mysteries.